Tonight, Alabama's Attorney General says he wants to make it harder for inmates to be released early and is calling on lawmakers to reform what's called good time, where inmates can shave years off sentences. NBC 15's Andrea Ramey joins us now live in Baldwin County. Andrea, the Attorney General was in Point Clear today talking about this issue with you.
That's right. He says this is one of his top priorities for this upcoming legislative session. He says these good time credits contributed to the death of a Bibb County Sheriff's deputy.
The suspect, who investigators say killed Deputy Brad Johnson last June, had been released from prison just 3 days before the shooting. Austin Hall served 3 years of a 10-year sentence for a theft conviction. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall says he still managed to keep his good time credit, even though he escaped work release.
Yeah, we've seen it again with the death of Deputy Brad Johnson, somebody who escaped from prison but yet got good time credit as a result of that, when it never should have been able to happen.
Currently, Alabama allows inmates to shave 75 days off their sentence for every 30 days of good behavior. The Deputy Brad Johnson Act would cut that down to 30 days good time for 30 days served and would take those credits away for certain offenses like escape and homicide.
We should not allow somebody who violates the restrictions in prison relating to violence against guards, violence against inmates, that don't comply with the rules. We ought to make sure that they don't get good time credit, because that is designed solely to maximize good behavior, where now it's almost given as a matter of course.
Alabama Arise, a nonprofit group that advocates for low-income people, says it would like the state to make more investments in rehabilitative services and offer more incentives so people can get their life back on track.
We're all for a criminal justice system that reforms folks, right? And keeping folks locked up without incentives is not really going to do that, especially in a state that has severe overcrowding in our prison system. So
Marshall argues the combination of the good time credit law and the 2021 mandatory supervised release law, there are substantial reductions in prison sentences.
Which means that 15-year sentence for somebody actually serving time in prison could be just a little over 3.5 years. I don't think that's what anybody intended.
Now, the proposed bill would require annual reporting on these good time credits that's given to the governor, the legislature, and the attorney general. Reporting live tonight in Baldwin County, Andrea Ramey, NBC 15 News.